Five archaeological discoveries found in strange places. Number 5. He was the king everyone loves to hate. King Richard III ruled England from 1483 until his death in 1485, but though his reign may have been short, it was definitely not without controversy. Thankfully, though his rule was relatively short, as he met violent death at the Battle of Bosworth. It was here that he suffered 2 fatal blows to the back of his head. Legend had it that upon death his body was unceremoniously dumped into the River Soar. Archaeologists, however, firmly believe that Richard was actually buried at the Greyfriars Friary, which is where the now infamous Leicester Car Park currently resides. Number 4. Gladiator School. When someone thinks of Austria, they usually think of castles, schnitzel and Arnold Schwarzenegger. Well, how about the ruins of a Roman gladiator school? Well, that's exactly what archaeologists in Vienna, Austria found back in 2011. The school, located at Carnuntum Archaeological Park and near the Danube River, was erected around AD 150, during the reign of Roman Emperor Marcus Aurelius, and is said to rival the Litus Magnus, the largest gladiator training school in Rome. Number 3. It was a project that attracted controversy from the very beginning: the expansion of a road from Weymouth, Dorset to Thilsley, Portland, which passes through an area of outstanding natural beauty. But what road crew workers found upon excavation was much more outstanding: a mass grave of 54 skeletons and 51 heads of Scandinavian men who were executed sometime between AD 910 and 1030. After further analysis, archaeologists determined that this could be the grave of the Jomsvikings, a merciless group that terrorized the coast of England around 1000. Number 2. Whale. Back in 1849, in a little town called Charlotte, Vermont, a railroad was being built to connect the little town to the capital city of Burlington. During the digging process, road crews were used to finding old arrowheads and spears, but what they found next simply astounded them. Upon digging in a remote hillside, a large skull emerged. At first they thought it was the remains of a horse, but as they continued digging and more of the skeleton appeared, they realized this was no horse, as no legs were to be found. After the skeleton was fully unearthed, it measured nearly 20 feet long and seemed to resemble a large sea creature. No one, however, could figure out how this animal wound up in this remote area some 250 miles from the nearest ocean. Number 1. Viking outpost. As we saw in entry number 7, the Vikings may not have been so warmly welcomed in the UK, but from what archaeologists discovered on Baffin Island and Newfoundland, they may actually have been partners with the Native Americans in a transatlantic trading network. While excavating an ancient building on Baffin Island, archaeologists discovered evidence of an ancient Viking outpost. The items found were whetstones, Viking yarn, bronze artifacts that were known to have been manufactured by Viking metalsmiths, and a whalebone shovel similar to those used by Viking settlers in Greenland. It is known that Viking seafarers did set sail for the New World in AD 1000, and that Leif Erikson, a Viking chieftain, did stop on Baffin Island for a short time to explore the coastline.